Well, with more on President Obama's speech, and particularly that last little bit of it, joining me now is Amar Bhide. He's a visiting scholar at Harvard University's Kennedy School of Government. He was formerly a senior manager at McKinsey & Company and proprietary trader at E.F. Hutton. Welcome so much. I want to talk about that soundbite that we just heard. The president hearkening back to 1933, the creation of the FDIC, which created such consternation among the banking community. But that was 1933. The financial crash happened in 1929. It took several years for financial reform to pass at that time. And I know, listening to the speech today, that was a thought that you had as well. Talk to us about the comparison between the two time frames.
So the 1933 Banking Act is really interesting, and I'm amused that the president would choose to cite it, because the creation of the FDIC was actually opposed by FDR in the administration. The creation of the FDIC, which created the first nationwide deposit insurance scheme, had been debated for 60 years. And it took 60 years of a clear, unearthed airing of the issues before a simple, specific piece of legislation passed. And that's what we need now as well. We need to have debates about issues. And we need to have careful, slow, deliberate debate. Because, as you said, the stock market crash took place in 1929. The Securities Act was passed 4 years later. The Investment Company Act governing mutual funds was passed in 1940. That's 11 years after the crash. The Federal Reserve Act was passed in 1913, following the crash of 1907, which was one of the deepest and most serious crises that we've known. And after 1907, Congress appointed a monetary commission. The monetary commission turned in something like 40 reports. Those reports were debated. There was debate back and forth about how centralized the Federal Reserve should be, how decentralized it would be. The public understood the issues. Here we're just sort of being herded. It's like the running of the bulls at Pamplona or something.
So bottom line, you think this is being done much too quickly and without the proper consideration? Just quickly here, please.
Much too quickly. I mean, President Obama's speech reminds me a lot of the way that the rating agencies used to slap AAA ratings on securities that they had not understood or had not analyzed. And we have thousands of pages of legislation. Nobody has read it. It's not been discussed by the public.
All right,
and we are offered this false choice between no reform or take this whole package whole and do it now.